Yeah, what's good, y'all? So good to see y'all faces. Welcome back to another Fortune Chronicles with your girl Tatiana Tarot. I am happy to be dropping these energetic forecasts each week. As per usual, this is a timeless edition, meaning that when you watch this, if you catch this and you've never seen my face before, honey, there is a message here for you. Okay, so if you are new to my channel and what I do, welcome. Lovely to have you in this corner of YouTube. I'm your girl, Tatiana Tarot. I'm an initiated priestess of an African spiritual tradition, Ifarisha Isheshe. I'm an espiritista, a subtle energy worker. I love to study spirituality, African spiritual diasporic practices and traditions. And I, above all, love sharing these indigenous technologies, tools, and wisdoms to help women of the diaspora to up-level their life in every area of their life. So if this sounds like something that you need, honey, go ahead and like and subscribe. But nevertheless, you can catch me here every Sunday or Monday with a new Fortune Chronicle episode. And what these basically are channelings and messages from source, providing you with wisdom and guidance on whatever it is you need to hear. So, and this is all contingent on your elemental signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, elemental signs. But I do always say that there are no rules to watching the Fortune Chronicles. So let's say, for example, you are a Leo, you will watch your fire sign, a fire elemental signs. If you are a Gemini, you will watch the air elemental signs. If you're a Scorpio, you will watch the water elemental signs, so on and so forth for your moon and your rising and your Venus. As per usual, I would implore you guys to watch the whole thing, because there is always a juicy message in there for everyone. So, church announcements this week is that my books for spiritual readings is officially open. I definitely have a wait list, and I do get a lot of emails from people asking me if I am offering readings, if I still do readings, what have you. So my books are open for this month. Pre-recorded readings, which means you're not booking a time slot with me to meet up with me live virtually, but rather you can book a 15-minute, 30-minute, or a package of 4 sessions. And once you book, you will be sent a questionnaire or a survey, which prompts you to respond in the questions that you would like answered for your reading. And I will channel those answers for you, record, and send you a private link to your reading without us ever having to meet up. Okay, so many of you have already jumped on that bandwagon. Okay, I'm over here doing readings up to the wazoo. So this offer and my books are open for you guys until the end of July. So I would not take my time in booking, because I don't know when I'm gonna open up my books again. Right? Last time I opened up my books, it was December of last year. So we're in the middle of the year, decided to open up my books again. So if you guys been wanting a session, or you need answers on love, on your career, on your finances, life path, where you're going, things about your spiritual practice, things about who's in your court, guides, so on and so forth, your dreams, then you know who to hit up. The link is down below. Okay, context is in the link too, so please read in detail. But before we get into any specific readings or signs, elemental signs, let's go with a general reading. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. Hold on, let me just shuffle. Okay, Grace Spirit, what is the wisdom for everyone who is watching here today? What do people need to hear? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Boom. Oh, glory be child. Okay, hold on. I really do enjoy this little what do you call this? It's not a camera. It's a microphone. I really enjoyed this mic. A lot of you guys enjoyed it from last week, so we're going to continue. The general message for you guys today is the 10 of Pentacles, if you can see it here up real close. This is a beautiful card of harmony. This is a beautiful card where it seems like everything is finally coming together. Like the circle will be closed, a chapter is coming to an end, but that end of that chapter is bringing massive rewards, is bringing the fruit of the labor that we've worked towards. It's bringing the manifestations of the hopes and dreams we've wanted. 10 of Pentacles pertains to hard effort or hard labor or effort. It doesn't have to be hard. It could be much endurable. It could be very pleasurable. And I implore you to make it pleasurable. But whatever efforts and dedications you have been pouring into something, the rewards of such will be falling on your lap. This is a card that talks about harvest in the home. So it could be a time where a lot of you guys, and it's a card, the pentacles pertain to the physicality of things, the materiality of things, things in the material world, things in the 3D world. But it can also pertain to, I feel that it also has a very emotional, spiritual aspect component to it that often gets disregarded. So on one end, it could feel like something is finalizing in the home. A chapter is coming to a close in the home. You may feel like it is time to upgrade to a new home. Make renovations in a home, to change it, to expand on it, to relocate from it to something that is much more in alignment with who you are. And it also deals a lot with feeling like something ancestrally has come to an end. This could be an intergenerational pattern that you have worked really hard to break or to achieve that is now, it can now be seen, can now be achievable. You have now success in, anything from, no one in my family was able to go to university or have an education. I'm the first one to graduate. I'm the first one to get a doctor's degree. I'm the first one to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I'm the first one who has a harmonious family, right? Or something like that. There is kind of like a full circle here that brings peace within the ancestral lineage that does deal with the home. Okay. It does deal, when I say home, it could be the physical home. It could be family members. It could be something that is achieved in the home or that encompasses what the energy of home embodies. And so for many of us, home are our children, our parents, our family, our community, our partners, our bodies, right? So we're thinking about, and I know I'm kind of going in tangents with this, but what Spirit is telling me in so many ways is that this can manifest in the following. So number one is what I had mentioned prior. In an expansion of the home, it's either you're ready to leave a childhood home, you're ready to leave the home you're living in now for something that's much more conducive to what a home feels for you in this iteration of where you're at in life. And this relocation, this moving, this expansion is an energetic indication of your energetic container expanding to receive more, to have more, to be more abundant in body, mind, and spirit. I am healing. I am now ready to expand my home as a result of that. You might not be putting two and two together, but it is a direct manifestation of some sort of energetic expansion that you're experiencing. It might be like, oh, I love my home. I've cherished my home. It may not be my childhood home, but I do feel like this land is calling me to live there now, or this neighborhood is calling me to live there now, or I want to upgrade from 1 bedroom to 2 bedrooms, from 3 bedrooms to a penthouse, or I want a walk-in closet or whatever. There is a physical expansion that now mirrors wealth, that mirrors abundance, that mirrors opulence. If you guys were able to take the Wealth Embodiment 1.0, 2.0 classes in my Possess Your Spirit, then you understand a little bit of what I am talking about, my Possess Your Spirit membership. If you're not, you can absolutely go grab those classes in there and other classes in my membership down below. And these are just tools to help you expand beyond the confines of what you feel is accessible and achievable for yourself. Reduce the lack and the struggle and enhance your magnetism towards opulence, towards receiving more, towards feeling like you are worthy of deserving more, and being a magnet for that. Be a beacon of light to attract that, right? And so those 1.1, 1.0, 2.0 classes teach you that, but they're kind of like a direct correlation to this card. So if you guys did take those classes, you might be seeing some real-time results now from that. Number 2, breaking intergenerational curses, establishing new intergenerational patterns that are now going to be passed on to your descendants or other members in your lineage. The 10 of Pentacles can be a very big congratulatory, if that's a word, celebratory and congratulations card. In the sense that the spirit realm, the ancestral realm, is gassing you up for not necessarily doing all the right things, but following your intuition. And if you're not doing the right things, finding alignment again, finding your way back. They're applauding you for carrying on the legacy that perhaps they themselves were unable to do. And for creating a legacy of your very own, an empire of your own that differs from those in the past. So this could be a very big monumental time for some of you guys that are really rising up to the occasion and not just living life whimsically and very automatically, but really like choosing to create your own reality. Choosing to deliberately hone in and leverage the skills and the gifts and the blessings that your ancestors have given you. Choosing to heal the weaknesses and the shadows, or to work with the shadows and even leverage that to a certain degree, to be able to be better for yourself above all, but also leave things better than what they were left for you, how they were left for you. Number 3, there could be massive healing in the family. If the family has tension, if the family has discord, if someone has lost, if there's separation from a spirit, there could be spiritual contact with a loved one. There could be reunions with family members. There could be breakthroughs in family healing. There could be breakthroughs in understanding. Let's just say hypothetically, if family is hyper religious and you are not, you are the black sheep of the family. There could be like a final, like a breaking bread between each parties, people understanding each other. You can find relics, artifacts, information from family members that maybe had similar belief systems and practices from you guys. If you guys have no family ancestral relics and artifacts, maybe this is a time where you're going to discover it, or you're going to be shown in your dreams where to find it in real life. I do get a sense that some of you guys may feel like you need to travel to ancestral lands or take DNA tests and start working with the medicines of your ancestral spirits. I'm thinking of indigenous spirits. I'm thinking of African spirits. I'm thinking of Asian spirits. You know, if you're European, you might want to get into the European bag chow. But all of this stuff is coming up almost as if the ancestors want you guys to really work your magic and learn what that is and get a sense of your roots. Whether that is by traveling to the land, by doing research of your people, by learning of songs, learning of ways, learning of stories, and bringing some of those customs and traditions, even in modern ways, into your life, the lives of your children, the lives of your family, or your work, whether it's artistic work, whether it's bringing shrines or things to work. I'm seeing having that be a part of your everyday life rather than it be like every Sunday we go to the altar or we go to church or we do this. Having it be a part of your everyday life, because there is a heavy presence of ancestral guidance, of elevated spirit guidance here with the Ten of Pentacles that just cannot be ignored. And that guidance is heavily bringing a lot of wealth. It's bringing protection. It's bringing blessings. It's bringing guidance, and it's going to bring the right people into your life. So if you guys have been praying for a partner, if you guys have been praying for the right business partner, a love partner, more community, to be pointed in the right direction, the answer lies with your ancestors, basically. So there's that. There's also a lot of wealth. This could be a great time for you guys to learn about investments, to do what you can with the money that you have, to start a new business, to invest with family members, or to open something up for your children where later on they can quite benefit from. Even if it's starting, let's say hypothetically you have no children. It's like, girl, what are you talking about? This is not all about having children. This could be you know, selling things in your home, selling clothes in your home, selling furniture, creating things with your hands, so on and so forth. That's bringing a bit of extra cash in, but can be quite lucrative a little bit down the road. Or you're taking that extra cash and you're putting it into the stock market, or you're taking that extra cash and you're investing it in somebody else's business, and it's going to yield a hefty reward for you later down the line. This could be a time also. There's so much information in this goddamn card, child. Whew. This could be a time also where, you know, you are finally meeting the one. I don't necessarily believe in the one, but you are meeting a person who is aligned with you, who wants to grow with you, who wants to invest with you, who gets you, right? So in this particular timeline, in this particular season, they are the one for you. And, you know, the creation of families, blending of families, creating new families, healing within families. Even if you are with a partner, you're not interested in creating a family, or it's a temporary relationship. I do see a lot of karmic timelines being healed on both ends. You guys have agreed to connect, to heal this aspect about yourself, that aspect about them, and this union, this relationship is helping you both achieve that. So it is a very sacred union. It's a very sacred relationship, and it is the unification of the divine masculine and divine feminine, which I spoke of briefly last week. But there is a lot of the divine feminine rising, divine masculine rising, and leaderships in both aspects that are coming to the forefront. Even if it might not be readily seen, like it's not on social media or whatever, presence will be felt. So there is that possibility of you finding a person, meeting your person, or finally feeling ready to be with a person and doing the inner and outer work for that. So if you guys are interested in calling in a person, I would say get your house ready. Get your house to feel like it is a home in which you can share it with another person, or that the energy now is conducive to you being in a relationship with another person and not just being in a relationship with yourself. So that is on the forefront. Now, subconsciously, general reading, subconsciously, you guys, everyone is getting the Page of Wands. Subconsciously. There's a rush here, honey. What I'm getting is that it feels like, one, subconsciously, it could feel like the days are getting shorter and shorter. Time is getting faster and faster. And that there is a calling inside of all of you, beckoning you to take action, inspired and aligned action. That calling could be like, hey, it's finally time for me to make peace with my brother. We haven't spoken in 7 years. I should call him. Or, hey, you know, I think think it's time for me to sell this house and move across the country. Or, you know what, I don't want to work in corporate anymore. I really want to go to culinary school. Whatever it is, there is almost like a yearning, a clarity, and an understanding of what the next steps are. Subconsciously, this is an excellent card to have. Page of Wands almost initiates this insatiable passion that gets us to do shit, and pretty rapidly. And I don't really feel like this is as impulsive as the Knight of Wands. That could be a little bit of rude way. That's very like, it's very Aries. It's very like, I just came out of the womb. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I'm not really thinking about it. This one has more sense to it. So it's like, if you're going to do something that feels impulsive and passionate, at least it's going to have some thought and a plan behind it, but it's still going to go your way and it's still going to happen rather rapidly. Subconsciously, you guys might find yourself traveling. It could be a time where you need to expand your education on the cultures of other people, on the languages of other people, on the traditions and the spiritual faiths and beliefs of other people, on the foods of other people and the musics of other people. It's going to help you understand yourself a great deal, and it's going to help you find any missing pieces that you are looking for. Maybe the answer is in your travels. The answer is in your exploration and your curiosity. The answers is in your expansion of adventure and really deepening your wisdom of the world's riches, you know, in other people. So book that flight, make that move, or, you know, bring expansion to your home, whether it's you're not relocating, but maybe you're redecorating, you're moving things around, you're changing your wardrobe. You're adapting a new belief or a practice that somebody does that is not of your faith or your tradition. You know, you're expanding your mindset and your belief system. You're understanding things from a different perspective that is not necessarily yours. All right. So I really do this. I do feel like things are going to be happening quite rapidly with the Page of Wands, and you are really going to be forced out of your comfort zone in a good way. So buckle up, get ready. I'm seeing a lot of horses. So for whomever horses are sacred to, it could be a sacred trip that is coming up. It could be a symbol that is telling you guys it's time for you guys to let yourself be free. Whether that's like uninhibited dancing in your home, going for that thing that once scared you, putting yourself out there, be like a wild horse. All right. So let's get into the first reading. I think I want to go with water signs. So Great Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are a Cancer, it's Cancer season. If you are a Scorpio, and if you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, you're going to want to watch this. Great Spirit, what is the message for water signs? What is their message? So I'm just going to I'm spreading these things on the floor, these tarot cards, and I'm just going to pick whatever I see. Okay. Subconscious. All right. I had to sit here in my little area of the bathroom because it's rather late and I wanted to film this for you guys, and I did not want to go to the office. So this is the best lighting in the house. Y'all lucky because I was really not going to do this video. But every time I don't want to do it, that's how I know I got to do it. So there it is. But nevertheless, water signs, you guys are getting the Three of Pentacles. Boom. And water signs, I feel like this is a card of work. This is a card of building. This is a card of, it gives me plastic surgery. It gives me, what I'm getting is like the image of a plastic surgeon molding, shaping, upgrading something that already exists. And so for water signs, I will take that as a message that this is a time where you are upgrading and are in the process of doing the work to upgrade. yourself. And I really do feel like it's every area of your life. It is your physical body, it is your mind, it is your spiritual practice, your soul, your emotions, your mental health, your career, your finances, your love, your community, your physical home. Everything is upgrading. This is a card of transition, dedication, effort, but deliberate manifestation. Water signs, what it's coming up for you is that maybe it would behoove you to watch Abraham Hicks, to listen to Abraham Hicks, or to do a bit of flow of consciousness exercises in terms of what your next steps are in upgrading yourself. Any limitations to that, how to reframe those codes, how to reprogram those limitations so that they're codes out that work for you. But with the Three of Pentacles, it's giving like the 7 dwarfs in the Snow White, the whistle while you work, let's build a home. I don't know why I keep on saying the dwarfs. But let's just say that the dwarves represent each a characteristic of something that you are looking to upgrade. And I really do feel like this is a glow up season. I know for so many of you guys watching this is like what in the Western Hemisphere, and it is summer. So glow up season may or may not actually be on your radar. I feel like when people talk about glow up season, it might be actually winter. So to my South African followers, this might pertain a little bit more heavily to you guys. But nevertheless, it is kind of like a glow up season regardless. You guys feel empowered to sit down and just assess, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What is the work that I need to do to get there? What are the beliefs I need to do? What actions can I take? How can I start modeling now where I want to be? How do I now feel in the body of the person that I want to be? I could see you guys doing a new gym plan, not necessarily a diet plan, but like probably going on TikTok and looking at hacks, probably doing lymphatic massages, doing a lot of journaling, praying, doing your spiritual work, maybe changing your wardrobe, learning a new makeup routine, implementing new healthy habits, amazing podcasts, listening to subliminals, all the things, reading amazing books that are going to help you, all the things. On the subconscious level, water signs, you guys have the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups is essentially about you being a little bit in disarray. So 7 of Cups could mean like you're subconsciously, you're still a little bit confused, and maybe it's a little bit of I want everything syndrome, but because you want everything, you're not really focused on that one thing. So you're doing a little bit of everything and not enough effort on something that is going to show results. So I will say start small. You might want to upgrade your whole life. But what is the 3 main areas that inspire you right now, that you feel like it is easy for me to upgrade in these areas? I feel most excited. I feel most energetically pulled to upgrade and up level in these areas. And I feel really clear on what the next version of me wants to be in these areas and how to get there. Instead of trying to do 10 different things, or like working on your love life, working on your finances, working on your sensuality, working on your spirituality, working on your career, working on your friends, working on your child, just pick 3. Pick 3. Go slow is what I'm getting with the 7 of Pentacles. And also comparison. Don't do the comparison demon stuff. Really work. Maybe that might be one of the things you want to work on is your self-concept, your sense of confidence, and anchor that and get it sky high, and then have that trickle into some other 2 areas that you want to work in. Because with the 7 of Cups, you can easily be disillusioned by what other people are doing or how they're saying that they're successful. It might not even be reality. Some things about this card are an illusion. So don't be caught in the story and the fairy tales of other people. Really focus and mind your own business. Stick to 3 things. and hustle and grind, and those three things that feel inspiring, uplifting, and accessible and achievable for you guys. So that's water signs. Let's get into fire signs. Fire sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Great Spirit, what is their message? Boom. Love it. Okay. So this card I pulled and this card flew over. So on the conscious level, your main message is the Lovers, fire signs. Boom. Fire signs, I feel like your life is finally coming together. I feel like shit is starting to make sense. You finally feel a sense of drive, a sense of purpose. Not that you guys didn't. It may have been like you've been so busy cleaning the mental mess or emotional mess that you feel like you haven't really been pulled to do anything that is uplifting, inspiring, and exciting for you guys. This is a season of excitement for you guys. Fire signs, you're feeling flirtatious. You're feeling embodied in your body, confident of your body, confident of your skill sets, confident of your charm, your magnetism, your charisma, confident of your ability to relate to other people and be in healthy, happy relationships, confident of the relationship you have with yourself. Things are mending, things are repairing, friendships are evolving. Your meeting or new people are entering your sphere of influence and are captivated. You have something to share with them. They have something to share with you. You feel really driven by purpose. You feel really attractive. You can feel really attractive and magnetic and called to really do whatever it is you need to do when you need to do it. It's like, I feel like there aren't that many worries for you, fire signs. That you want what you want, you know you're going to get it, and there's not much effort that you need to put into it. And so this is a time of great harmony, of great bliss, of great of unity with people who love and respect you, unity with your work, unity with your passion projects and your habits and hobbies. A feeling of being supported and held by the divine. This could be a period where you guys are making up or reuniting with people or finding peace in relationships, whether it be platonic or romantic. It could be a time of great critical choice making, decision making that will change your life can happen now. And it may involve the presence of other people, whether you want them around, whether you want to upgrade and have better people around, whether you want to continue with a person in your life. Or it can even just be like how you're navigating yourself currently. How you show up to love yourself in the world. That is changing, that is evolving, that is upgrading. The Lovers brings a lot of charm, a lot of sensuality, and a lot of softness. So I think you're seeing yourselves in new light. Fire signs, you're loving yourself more, or you're being more gracious with yourself, being more gracious with other people. There could be a lot of reconciliation. That's what I'm getting, a reconciliation with family members, with ex-lovers, with ex-friends. And, you know, you might see a new road be paved from something that you thought was not achievable. Alternatively, I do find like this is a period of great expansion. I feel like this is a personal renaissance for you, fire signs, where you're discovering things about yourself that are exciting. You are curious. You are playful. And I think it's a time to be playful. I think it's a time to experiment with your friendship circle, your mindset, your belief systems, your daily routines, your wardrobe. I think the sky's the limit. And if your heart and your sense of sexuality, I think sexuality is coming into play as a massive, massive game changer here for you guys. Whatever you're feeling pulled to do with that sexual energy, and I don't mean like in a carnal, primitive, like I want to rip your clothes off, but also in a creative, inquisitive, manifesting way. Wherever you're feeling pulled, go for it. It seems like you guys are going to be really divinely supported and are encouraged to discover other facets of yourself that maybe you were unable to discover before. Subconsciously, there is the temperance. Temperance is about patience. I think what this is telling me is that you needed to go through whatever it is you needed to go through before. And you're now understanding why. You're now understanding why you needed to have that fight. Say no to that person. Break up with that person. Leave that job. Go through a mental crisis. Whatever that is, I think the clarity is coming to you now. And it seems like this lesson is more like a source, God, goddess is working for you. It is always here to upgrade you, never downgrade you. And maybe at that time you thought this was a downgrade. This is not good. But in retrospect, actually it was one of the best things that can happen for you, because you would not be able to reach this point of elation and mature understanding that you're at now without having to go through those trials and tribulations before. So you're getting the temperance. Is a very gracious moment. Maybe you're feeling very loving, very forgiving, very understanding. Maybe that is being extended to you. But this is also a time of metamorphosis. I don't feel like you're becoming, or your transformation is done. You might feel like you're done. You're at a new point, but it gets better. It gets better. You're still evolving. So pay attention to the people in your life. Pay attention to who you reach out to, who reach out to you, who you bump into the street, who you think about, family members, everything, because they're going to play a pivotal role. And they're here for a reason. They're here for a sacred and holy reason. So temperance is, have patience with yourself. The transformation is not yet done. You're still going through alchemical moments. And know that whatever your energy is, you can always shift it into a different energy. I think that's a main important lesson, is how are you showing up to be the alchemist in your own life? Maybe some of you guys need to read The Alchemist. Just saying. So let's get into air signs. Air, great spirit, air, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is their main message? Page of Cups, air signs, Page of Cups. Air signs, honey, you guys are romantic. You guys are in your feels. Page of Cups is the dreamer. It is the wanderer. It is the romantic, inquisitive searcher. It is the one who plants the seed that then gives birth to the thing we desire. Page of Cups, this could be a very auspicious time for you, air signs. It could be a very kind of like Pisces season time. In the sense that you are feeling really deeply emotionally in tune, really connected to an aspect of yourself that is deep, deep, deep within your core that is not easily accessed. So whether that is like listening to some Sade music, painting some portraits like Basquiat, cooking something from scratch, some homemade brownies or something. It's almost like you are romanticizing your life because you have access to part of yourself where you can see everything as romantic. You see everything as like artistic, emotional, transparent. You are very psychic. You're very intuitive. You are very understanding. You are very transparent. You're very raw. You're very vulnerable. I feel like this feels like you guys are water, air signs. So really take with this what you feel inspired to do. This would be exceptional for artists, air signs, because it could be a time to write a masterpiece, to create a masterpiece, to orchestrate a masterpiece, to learn a new skill set, to get back into learning how to play guitar, taking that cooking class, writing them poems, going to slam poetry night, going to karaoke, singing, learning how to design clothes, whatever. It just feels like, or going the esoteric occult route and really learning how to maybe do astral projection, navigate the astral realms, Akashic records, dream walking or dream interpretation, going to book a trip to take ayahuasca with real shamans in Peru, going to a Native American reserve and spending time there with the locals. I don't know what. It just feels like it's very Neptunian, but it feels safe. It feels grounded, but it also feels like there's something in this void that you're swimming in that you are to pull and create. It's not like you're swimming there unintentionally. It's like God is bringing you there to pull out an idea and create from it, and only you know what that is. Maybe you're in the void to manifest a new lover. Maybe you're in the void to create a new child. Maybe you're in the void to come up with a new business concept. Maybe you're in the void to meet some ancestors and get some answers. Whatever it is, child. It is very witchy. This is an excellent time for you guys to administer readings to yourself or book readings. My books are open, FYI, link down below. Or to even get hypnotism. Take a hypnotherapy session, chat. Work on yourself and see how that does. Or what's that therapy? EDMR, is it? And I'm not saying if you guys have any sort of trauma that this is the thing. I'm just saying that therapy can be alternative therapy can be highly potent. Animal medicine can be highly potent. Indigenous traditions and medicines can be highly potent this time. Really expanding your skill set and what you know with honor and respect can be very potent at this time. Creativity, the arts. The art of sensuality, honey. Take it, do it, boom. Create your own Lori Harvey juice at home. Create your own love bath at home. Okay, this is excellent time to do all that. To especially any sex workers. If you guys have air signs, this is an excellent time to bank on the market, honey. Or maybe even create a new character and just like indulge in that, right? Very high time for OnlyFans and all types of stuff. Now, on the subconscious side, you also get the star, which means you are deliberately and divinely being guided to specific things. Do not ignore that book on that bookshelf that you keep on being pulled to. Do not ignore that invitation to that meditation class. Do not ignore the urge to go camping and go see the stars. Do not ignore that desire to go walk on the beach and give an offering to the ocean. Like, all of these things are intentionally crafted celestially to lead you to the next step, to then open up what your next chapter is going to be. And it does have heavy mysticism, occult, spiritual undertones. Okay. If you work with any deities, any spirits, they could be very fucking loud at this time. Excuse my French. They could just be very loud. I think you're going to be feeling it all. So be very mindful of what it is you're listening to. What it is you're watching. Because you're really just going to be transparent to the vibes. You're really just going to be like, I can really feel it all. Right? But nevertheless, giftedness. I think you're going to exhibit a new spiritual gift or a sense of understanding and connecting with people that maybe you haven't before. That is going to give you some very deep and powerful answers and be a catalyst to your own life. This could also be a really interesting fated time to meet a love person. This could be karmic. This could be dharmic. If it's karmic, it is healing. Meaning that you are healing a pattern, a cycle here. But, this could be a very sexual and wild time, but on a very, very high romantic note. Okay, air signs. So last but not least, let's get into Earth. Earth, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if you a Taurus, If you a Capricorn, if you a Virgo, this is for you. What is the message here today? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Earth signs, I am getting the color gold, which means that you are to work and envision yourself more with the color gold, whether it's in the apex of your heart center, whether it is above your crown, whether it is in your aura, or you are to wear gold jewelry, gold, copper, real gold, gold plated, gold colors. I'm getting that gold. Gold is coming into your auric field. And it's good because it really is a card of luxury, opulence, next level. I really believe that gold is in your belief system now, meaning that your sense of worth has risen. Your sense of self-worth has risen. The sense of what you feel, how you feel you can provide value to yourself, to other people, to the world has risen too. So I think this is going to be, mira eso, the gold coin. Ace of Pentacles is your card. Spirit never lies, child. Ace of Pentacles, it is time to get what is yours. It's nothing that's beneath you. Earth signs. If you want to go charge what you want to charge for whatever, charge whatever. If you want to get into a new lane, a new study, a new field, get into it. Money is abundant. Money is all around us. Money is never ending. You are money. You are wealth. Let the wealth chase you. Okay, that is what the Ace of Pentacles is showing me. It's like this, you've unlocked this golden key of understanding, this golden key of, wait a minute, why have I been operating on this level of codes that I did not subscribe to? Things that have been programmed to me by the media, by my friends, family, teachers, society, culture, music. And I don't agree to this. It's almost like you unlock this new level of understanding and you're solid within yourself, which makes you radiate in great abundance. I feel like you feel things are accessible to you. Just pay attention. What gravitates to you? Pay attention to your abundant ideas, money-making ideas, how you may be the plug for other people, how you're plugging yourself in. I really feel like this is an era of happiness. This is an era of groundedness. This is an era of security. This is an era of, I want what I want. I said what I said. It's not hard to get it, and I'm here to claim it. This is an era of not holding back and getting it for yourself. So you can be in both positions. You can be, I'm ready. I'm going to lounge in the beach to receive. I'm going to journal to receive. I'm going to relax. Or I can just really go out there like a huntress and go get it myself. Either or, I'm going to get it. So quite an interesting time. I can't wait to see what identities you guys form into. Again, I'm getting a lot of animal medicine for you guys. Panthers, cougars, leopards, lionesses. Lionsgate is coming up. Let's do something for 8-8, right? Because maybe that is what the energy it's very feline. It's very like, you know, cats can rest and then they can also knock the shit out of mice and get their food. So it is very much that energy. It's I really see a leveling up in every area of your soul. It could be also a DNA upgrade that you guys, unbeknownst to you, are experiencing, or something celestially that is now impacting you, and you're like, the world is mine. If I want to orchestrate a 20, 30 piece band or whatever, I can do it. If I want to move across the world and do what, I can do it. So there really isn't so much guidance as there is like remembering who you are and remembering that you are safe and supported in all the things you want to do and that all the resources are going to come to you. You don't have to look for it. Once you've decided you want something, the resources are coming to you. And on the subconscious level, you have the Page of Cups, which you should watch the air signs, because the Page of Cups is this spiritual magnetism, this sort of elusive witchiness that you have, that it makes you super transparent, super vulnerable, super aware, super connected, and in tune. So if that is in the center of your subconscious, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your longings, pay attention to your readings, pay attention to your interests. Really read beneath the surface of every energy. If the person talking to you as a person, what energy would they have? What would their core energy be? What would be the core energy of the book you're reading? What would be the core energy of the song you're listening to? Just really pay attention to see if any of these have messages for you, and then deliberately craft what it is that you want to welcome into your life if it's not in alignment of what it is that you want and who you are. I really feel like you guys can be like boom magnets, but you're not also holding yourself back. It's not like a magnet for small money. It's a magnet for big shit. So if you've been thinking about like making money abroad, if you've been thinking about making like massive statements in the media, in entertainment, releasing something that wasn't released before, or just even being valuable in your presence, you might not need to connect nothing. Maybe you're just the channel. You're the channel. You get ideas, you get answers for people. This is the time to bank on that. But also know that you are transforming your life first before you're transforming other people. The universe wants to reward you, and wants to reward you really well. So show me how good it can get. Boom. And on that note, y'all, my books are open till the end of the month, till August 1st. So I can't wait to kiki with you. The link is down below. And I will see y'all next week. Mwah. Ciao.